Hello, my name is Danny Nini, and my topic is on overspending alcohol. So imagine that you get roughly $150 each week to spend on basic necessities like food, water, gas, etc. Then Saturday hits, and your $150 per week went down the drain because you spent it all buying drinks for your friends. This is the cold hard truth for many students around campuses, and this causes many students to struggle financially. The problem at hand is too many college students spend their money on alcohol or at the bar. They also do not know how to properly budget, and this has a negative impact on their lifestyle as well. So this graph shows this. The first graph was in 1982. The dark brown shows that college students spend their money. 24% of college students spent their money on alcohol at bars and restaurants, while the other 76% spent their money at the store to get their alcohol. And in 2011, at bars and restaurants, 40% of students purchased their alcohol, more than the 60% at the store. So as we can see from 1982 to 2011, that the increase of buying alcohol at the store itself has caused a dramatic effect, has went up a lot as well. So the effects are the increase of spending on alcohol has led to a higher dropout rate. It also caused more stress and has affected individuals financially as well. The Educational Data Initiative stated that in March of 2025, in the fall of 2012, roughly 80% of 21 million students nationwide admitted to drinking alcohol at some point during the school semester. I think that this is really may not prove that all college students are spending the exact amount on alcohol per month, but it shows that they're still buying alcohol or consuming it. So they're getting their alcohol through other people, which that basically means that they're spending money on alcohol. And 80% of students have drank, so that concludes that they got to get their money from somehow, and they're spending their budgets based on their lifestyles. This leads me to my second case, that in June of 2012, the NPR stated that out of $100 Americans spend, about $1 goes to alcohol, and that hasn't changed much over the past 30 years. But we spend our money on alcohol has changed quite a bit. We spend a bigger chunk on booze in bars and restaurants than we spend less money buying alcohol at the store at home. And that quote came directly from the graph of the website that I just shared. How do we fix this problem? By creating a budget plan that fits your lifestyle. So what I mean by this is, if you get, let's say you get your money through your parents, or you get your money through working, and you get, let's say, $100 or $200 weekly from your parents, you should learn how to spend that money, divide it up, do the math, and spend some of that money on, probably groceries, the rest, maybe on gas, maybe save $5 on the side and keep building that every week. And that will help create a strong budget that will ultimately help your spending needs on alcohol. It's also really important to know when to spend in moderation. So I don't think it's healthy for anyone to go to the bar every weekend and drink. That's obviously not healthy, especially if you're doing that every single week of the school year. And that just leads to a lot of stress and unwanted negative side effects. Another thing I would like to say is that in August of 2024, according to the National Endowment of Financial Education, budgeting helps individuals manage spending and reduce financial stress by planning ahead for both necessities and leisure. By setting aside small amounts from each paycheck you get, you can enjoy going out feeling guilty or budget. You can spend your time without feeling guilty or going over budget. I also think this is really important, and that the fact that a big time website like that stated this just proves my point. So this is a good example. You don't have to follow this budget plan exactly, but I think it's a really good model on how you should base your expenses around what you want to spend weekly. And again, it depends on your financial situation, but we see like college students spending way too much quite frequently. So I think it's important to make these budget systems. It kind of is boring, but once you realize like the amount of money that you are spending on alcohol and negative things like nicotine, you will start to notice like you could be spending your money in other places. Now I want you all to imagine. Now I want you all to imagine this: you're going out with friends, enjoying the night, not worrying about overdrafting your account. Picture checking your bank balance the next day and still seeing money left over for groceries, savings, gas, Starbucks, etc. With a simple budget set aside for fun, you can have freedom and financial peace of mind. So this leads me to the next point, which is my call to action. I urge you guys as an audience to take action by creating a simple graph, something like this. It helps a lot. It doesn't have to be too specific, but just having a general idea of what you're spending your money on helps a lot and goes a long way. So thank you.